Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? For today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys killing unkillable characters and vehicles in Halo 3. Just like we did with Halo 1 and more recently Halo 2, but obviously with Halo 3 this time. Now I do want to mention, right off the bat, that Halo 3 does not have as many unkillable characters as Halo 2 or Halo 1 does. But we're going to do all of them best we can. So we're going to start with Miranda Keyes. She only appears in gameplay on a mission, Crow's Nest, at the very beginning, in fact. And let's kill her. So there you go. Takes about 3 hits to kill her. So obviously, normally she's invincible, and I had to mod Halo 3 to make these unkillable characters killable. There was no trainers for Halo 3 that have an insta-kill feature like the Halo 2 and Halo 1 trainers. The only trainer I could find for Halo 3 on a 360, and a trainer's got like a mod tool that kind of like gives you like cheats and stuff like that. The only trainer I could find, it does have a one-hit kill feature, but it does not work the same way as in Halo 2 and Halo 1. Now, as for Johnson and Arbiter, they can be killed in the game, but they do come back to life. So I turned that off so that when you kill them, it's permanent. And I do want to apologize for like any distortions seen in the video. It's just my capture card. It's it's breaking, I think, and I had a chance to get a new one. But anyways, we just gave Miranda Keyes back her pistol, framing her for the murder of Johnson and Arbiter and pretty much all the Marines in this room. So pistol's still there next to her, right by her hand. So she killed everyone here and then took herself out. So yeah, bad Miranda Keyes. It was totally not Master Chief that did it all. It was totally her. So anyways, one last thing about Miranda Keyes. It's that her body does not ragdoll. Like, as you can see here, if I teabag her body, it just causes her to do like a backflip. Like she falls to the ground for a little bit, and then after like enough teabagging, just total backflip there. So she her body does not ragdoll like the other AI bodies do, and that's not surprising because she's not supposed to die, and therefore she's not supposed to ragdoll. But this is what happens when you teabag the Marines. As you can see, they just bounce up and down, but they don't fall to the ground, nor do they do like a backflip and then land in like the same default pose. Only Miranda Keyes does that. So after you've killed Miranda Keyes, and if you decide to kill Arbiter and Johnson as well, you can actually continue the mission. They, despite being unkillable and important to the story, they don't hamper your ability to progress through the game. So when you come back to the room later in the mission, Johnson is still here and Miranda Keyes is on the screen. They're all well and fine.
Follow me, Chief.
So yeah, killing unkillable characters does not really have any negative effects in Halo 3. Other than, the Marines and your allies will chastise you about it. But that's about it. Now the next unkillable character, and he does appear on a few missions, but I'm going to do it on this one mission because, well, I'll explain in a second. But the next character is Guilty Spark. So here he is. And there we go, just killed him. I said his health really low to make this possible. But now the Guilty Spark is dead. Let's see what happens really quickly. So here, Arbiter still says his usual lines. Guilty Spark does not have any response because he's dead, but the bridge still does activate, even though it's supposed to be Guilty Spark that activates it. And that's actually consistent with the other missions. If you get rid of Guilty Spark somehow, it doesn't matter. He's actually not important. Like doors he unlocks or bridges he activates, they will all still activate regardless without him. Now, the next one here is the Pelicans. This one, the Pelicans, you actually don't need the mod to do it, but I figured I'd show it anyways because you are somewhat killing the Pelicans, but not entirely. So what we just did there is we chucked a plasma grenade inside the cockpit of the Pelican, and that actually blew up. it stuck the pilot of the Pelican, and the driver died, and then the Pelican is just gonna, well, just drop into the map. Kind of like when you use the instant kill cheat in the previous Halo games to shoot down the Pelicans. So the Pelican itself actually did not like blow up or anything. It's just the pilot's dead, and the Pelican does not have like any collisions with the terrain, so it just falls through the map. But that is one way to kill the Pelican, technically. And if you do that, you won't be able to finish the mission anymore either. So just a little heads up there. And there's another Pelican that we can do as well. So that's the first method. You could throw a plasma grenade in the Pelican's cockpit. Another method, and you could do this one on Covenant, but it should work on any other missions, technically. Just grab a deploy with cover, and we're going to wait for Miranda Keys to fly in. You have to clear all the enemies first. Now, this is actually kind of interesting, this little test here we're doing. Because once you clear all the enemies, and your Marines say the area is clear, Miranda Keys will say to hold position, and she's coming. She's heading towards you. And she uses the word, she refers to herself, so she definitely is piloting that Pelican, according to her. But, well, you'll see in a second. So, to take out Miranda Keys' Pelican, let's get on board. And what you want to do is just kind of crouch here, and then with a Spartan laser in your hand, look this way, and then throw a deployable cover inside the cockpit. And you have to have like a Spartan laser to do this, or some other large weapon. If you threw it correctly, it will cause the Pelican to start freaking out. But it might still take a couple tries, because it does recover sometimes. So you just want to throw it in the right spot, and if you do it correctly, the Pelican will start freaking out, and it'll flip over, and the pilot will fall out, in fact. And then the Pelican will just fall into the map. Now, what's interesting about the pilot is that, as you just saw there, it is not Miranda Keys. Even though, through dialogue, it's supposed to be her in the Pelican, Miranda Keys is not in the Pelican, in fact. It is actually just a regular, standard male pilot. It is not Miranda Keys. Now the pilot itself, the pilot himself is killable, just like any other Pelican pilot. But yeah, it's not Miranda Keys. So I don't know where she is, but she's not in the Pelicans. Anyways, there are, other Pelicans you can destroy, and you could kill Johnson Arbiter multiple times and make it permanent as well. But for the sake of time, I'm not going to show you all of them, because the results are all the same. But, other than that, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, leave your thoughts and comments. If there's anything else you want me to check out, just let me know. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.